Good evening, sports fans. Jason P. here for the Divisional Round of the NFL playoffs. Sean P. is back with us this week. He and Billy B. will be along in just a few moments. First up, let's quickly review last weekend's wildcard weekend record. I went 2-2. Sean P. and Billy B. both went 1-3. Taking our picks as a team consensus, we went 1-3. Great numbers? Unfortunately not. And this week we certainly look to improve and bring you some more winners. One last thing before we get into the picks, but please help us out and vote for Team Take'em in the annual Geo Knows Awards by going over to Geo's YouTube page and in the comments section of his latest video, leave a comment saying you nominate Team Take'em for Best Group/Duo or Best Editing/Production. And me personally, I'm really hoping we can get something for Video of the Year for our Week 9 Halloween picks or my Week 16 Christmas special picks, both videos where I personally went 3-1 in those weeks. And if you think one of us is the most entertaining prognosticator or best prognosticator, leave your vote for that in the comments section of Geo Knows' latest video. This is the final week to get your nominations in, so please, when you finish watching our video, there will be a link in the description and at the end of this video to Geo's YouTube page. Show Team Take'em some love and vote for us today, and we'll be sure to thank each and every one of you in our acceptance speeches. So let's get things started this week with the first game of the weekend, which sees the New Orleans Saints travel up to the Seattle Seahawks. Alright, so my first pick is the Seattle Seahawks -8 over the New Orleans Saints. Seattle's been just too good this year. I think the defense can handle Drew Brees and keep him from making too many plays, and add in the fact that as of today, Tuesday, January 7th, 3 of the starting defenders on the Saints are all injured and either questionable to play or downright done for the season, and I don't see how the Saints can stop the Seahawks from scoring early and often. Take the Seattle Seahawks -8. Welcome back, Sean P. Give us your thoughts on this game.
What's up, guys? Sean P. here, back with you guys. Sorry I couldn't make it last week. Some things came up and I wasn't able to do a video. Back with you here this week. Didn't have a good week last week. I was 1-3. And I went to the Eagles game, so that was kind of why I picked the Eagles. They were 9-0 when I went to games in the regular season or the playoffs. Now they're 9-1. Otherwise, everything was telling me to go with the Saints. So let's kick it off this week, and the first game we're going to look at is the Seattle Seahawks playing the New Orleans Saints. Seattle's -8 here, and I like Seattle to just pound the Saints with a rushing attack. Both Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch, both, I believe, will have big days, and I like Seattle -8 here, and I think Drew Brees will struggle on the road again, just as he did in Philadelphia. He didn't have a great game. They really relied on their running game, and without Pierre Thomas, I mean, it's going to be tough against the Seattle defense. So let's go with Seattle -8. Now I'll send it over to Billy B for his pick.
What's up, YouTube? What's up, NFL fans? Billy B back with you for the divisional round of the playoffs. I went 1-3 in the wild card round. Going to pick it up here. So the first pick I'm going to give you is the New Orleans Saints +8 against the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks had the week off. I think they'll come out a little rusty. The Saints, I think, are going to correct some things they did wrong in their first matchup when they did not play well and they got killed. I think this game is going to be close throughout, and I think the 8 points is just too many points. So take the New Orleans Saints +8.
There you have it. Team Take'em by 2-1 has the Seattle Seahawks -8. Take'em. Up next is the New England Patriots hosting the Indianapolis Colts. I'm going with the Indianapolis Colts +7.5 here over the New England Patriots. I'm going with the Colts here because I think both teams will probably be putting a lot of points on the board, and this one will come down to a field goal on either side. Head-to-head, the underdog is 4-1-1 against the spread in their last 6 meetings. I'm not 100% on who wins here. I'm leaning towards the Patriots winning, but I definitely think it'll be within a touchdown, and even more likely, a field goal here. Take the Colts +7.5. Sean P., give us your take.
And the next game we're going to look at is the New England Patriots -7.5 going against the Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis pulled off a miraculous victory last week against Kansas City in the wild card round. But this weekend I expect a heavy dose of the New England Patriots running backs, the 1,000 running backs on that team. We don't know which one it's going to be this week, but I expect a heavy dose of all of them. I expect big yardage on the ground. I don't think Tom Brady's going to have that many yards through the air, maybe only 180s to 220 or somewhere around there. I do think he's going to toss like 3 touchdowns, all be set up by the running game and short yardage, 15, 20 yards out. And I think he's going to throw no interceptions, maybe 1 at most. So he'll have a pretty proficient game, and I think the Patriots cover this -7.5. So take them. And let's send it over to Billy B for his pick.
Next pick I'm going to give you is the Indianapolis Colts plus 7.5 against the Patriots. The Colts just have so much momentum after that 28-point comeback victory over the Chiefs last week. The Patriots' offense isn't as good as it used to be. They just lost Brandon Spikes on defense. They're losing playmakers on defense all over the place. So I know T.Y. Hilton's not going to have as good of a game, but I think they're going to rely on the run game a little bit more. And Kobe Fleener is going to have a big game. So I like the Indianapolis Colts plus 7.5.
There you have it. By 2-1, Team Take'em has the Indianapolis Colts plus 7.5. Take'em. Up next, the first of the two Sunday games, the Carolina Panthers hosting the San Francisco 49ers. I have to go with the Carolina Panthers plus 2 here. It's just one of those gut feelings I have. Carolina skated by the 49ers in Week 10 with a very close 10-9 win. I think this one will be close too. The Panthers are rested after having the wildcard week off, and head-to-head the 49ers are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 meetings with the Panthers. And I don't want to give anything away or spoil the rest of the team's picks, but if you're a longtime viewer, by the end of this game segment, you'll understand my best reason for going with the Panthers. All I'll say for now is 4-12. Panthers plus 2, take 'em. Sean P., the suspense is killing me. Over to you for your pick.
Third game we're going to look at is the San Francisco 49ers minus 2, and I believe they will beat the Carolina Panthers. Now, Michael Crabtree, since he's been back, has really turned around Colin Kaepernick's game. Colin Kaepernick looks like a different quarterback almost with Crabtree out there. Crabtree is one of the best in the game. He had a monster game last week. I think it was 8 catches, 125 yards, going off memory. And those refs let them play too. There was a lot of calls that Crabtree could have gotten his way. If that's the same case this week, expect San Francisco to dominate. If Crabtree can put together a game like that, and they actually give him the calls. So let's take San Francisco minus 2. Take them. Send it over to Billy B for his pick.
Next pick I'm going to give you is the San Francisco 49ers minus 2. I think the 49ers method of playing is great for the playoffs. Run the ball, play great defense. Carolina Panthers, young team, not playoff tested, so I think they're going to have a little bit of rust and nerves. And San Francisco has proven going to the Super Bowl last year, and now they're back again in the divisional round. So I think San Francisco goes on the road and wins this game. So take San Francisco minus 2.
Team Take'em's official pick by 2-1 is the San Francisco 49ers minus 2. Take 'em. And in the final game of the weekend, it is the San Diego Chargers heading up to Denver to take on the Broncos. I'm going with the San Diego Chargers plus 10. These two teams have split the series this season, so this one is the rubber match, and I think it'll be a close one. As I've shown all year, I like to look at the trends and the numbers, and so far it has led me to more wins than losses. The Chargers have lost only one game all year by 10 or more points, and that was Week 5 in a 10-point loss against the Raiders. But the Broncos have shown this season the ability to win a lot of lopsided games by anywhere from 14 to 32 points, but their 3 losses this season have all been by 7 points or less. Head-to-head, the underdog is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 meetings, and the Chargers are 6-1-4 against the spread in their last 11 meetings in Denver. The Chargers are 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 road games against opponents with winning records, and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. And finally, the Denver Broncos are 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 playoff games. For all that, I'm going with the San Diego Chargers plus 10. Sean P., what do you say?
The final game we're going to look at is the Denver Broncos minus 10 versus the San Diego Chargers. The Chargers secondary is very questionable. I think that Denver is going to just torch them. I think Peyton Manning could easily throw 5 TDs here in this game, just have a monster day. And I think Denver covers the 10 points. And I think it's going to eventually be a Denver-San Francisco 49ers Super Bowl. So let's look out for that. But in any case, let's send over to Billy B and see what he thinks. And that will wrap it up for my divisional round picks.
My last pick, pains me to say, I'm taking the San Diego Chargers plus 10 against my Denver Broncos. The Chargers are just not afraid to come into Denver and play the Broncos. They're not afraid of Manning. They control the clock. They run the ball well. Their defense is stepping up every week. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the Broncos kill them, but I just see the Chargers keeping it close, maybe even win this game outright. The stat is 4 teams that played the Philadelphia Eagles in the Eagles' first home game of the year have won the last 4 Super Bowls, so that was the Chargers this year, so they just got some things going for them. They've been in playoff mode for the last 5 weeks, so I like the San Diego Chargers plus 10.
And for the final game, Team Take'em once again by 2-1 takes the San Diego Chargers plus 10. Take 'em. That'll do it for us this week. Please remember to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave your comments down below, and remember to vote for us in the Geo Knows Awards today by clicking the link in the description or at the end of this video. For Sean P. and Billy B., I'm Jason P. Thanks for watching, and as always, we will see you next week with the Conference Championship picks.